Hello all, welcome to Tech Mirages and I'm back again with another awesome video. In this video, I'll show you how to generate QR code in Google Sheets. So this technique is not only to show how to generate single QR code, but the same can be applied to generate bulk QR codes in Google Sheets. So we can generate QR code for any source of data, like it can be a simple text, it can be a URL, it can be a phone number or anything. Based on the source, the QR code will be generated, and when you scan the QR code, that particular source will be shown on the screen. So in this video, I'll show you how to generate QR code in Google Sheets and how to scan the generated QR code. But before going forward, make sure to subscribe to my channel by clicking on the subscribe button and click on the bell icon so that you never miss any of my latest videos. As stage has been said, let's get started. So this is a Google Sheet where I want to generate QR codes. It has two columns, column A and column B. Column A as a source for which I want to generate the QR codes, and column B is for the generated QR codes. So to generate QR codes in Google Sheets, as a first step, we need to know the API or the URL which generates QR code based on the source which we give it to it. So for that, head out to the website which is goqr.me/API and scroll down a bit, and you could see an API which is used to generate a QR code for the simple text called example. So just copy the URL and paste it somewhere in the Google Sheets to get an idea. Here you could see that this is the source for which the QR code is generated as an example over there. Most important thing which you need to keep in mind is if you are generating QR code for any URL, we need to encode that URL. Let me show you what I mean. If you look at the URL which is youtube.com/techmirages, which is URL to my YouTube channel, first we need to encode this URL using encode URL formula. So encode URL and give the source as the URL. And you could see that it has converted into a machine readable format. So you could see youtube.com and slash is nothing but it's replaced with some characters over there. So the first step, if you want to generate QR code for URLs, you need to encode the URL. So coming back to the URL which we copied previously, we need to give encoded URL as a source here. So to do that, first give equals to at the beginning of the URL and come back to the API URL, and we need to give double quotes to the URL as we need to append the API URL to the formula. And to append anything, you need to give ampersand or and key followed by encode URL formula. And encode URL expects a URL over there and which is in A2 column. So just select that column and hit enter. And you could find the latest URL with the encoded URL appended to it. Now we will generate QR code for this URL. So copy the formula and paste it at the respective cell. And to generate QR code in Google Sheets, we'll be using image function of Google Sheets. So enclose this encoded URL within image function and hit enter. You could see that QR code has been generated. If you want to make it large, just click and drag the column so that you could see the complete QR code in bigger size. On the top, you could also see the size we can manage over there. Let me give it as 300 by 300. Hit enter. And you could see the QR code generated with the latest size. Now if you want to generate QR codes for other entries as well, we don't want to do the same thing again and again, but we can easily create bulk QR codes in Google Sheets. So place your cursor on the bottom right corner of the cell which has QR code already generated. You could see it has turned into the plus icon. Just click and drag the mouse till the cells which have the source and leave it. It generates QR code for everything. So you could see that bulk QR codes are generated for Google Sheets for the remaining entries. To see it very clearly, just select all the rows which has those QR codes and click and drag bottom so that you could see those QR codes very clearly. So now let me show you how to scan the generated QR codes using QR scanner apps, whether it might be an Android or an iPhone. You can just install the QR scanner app from your Play Store or iTunes and open that QR scanner app in your mobile and place on the QR code which we generated now. So let me place it on my YouTube channel URL, scan the URL and show the YouTube URL. You can just open up that URL in the browser by clicking on open browser button. Let me scan only the simple text. And it also scans the simple text behind that QR code, and you can even message it directly or you can even email it. It based on the QR scanner app which you have. Let me scan another URL. And now it's the URL of the Facebook which it got scanned. Not only this, you can just export this file to PDF or Word document or anything, and you can share it with others so that they can scan. So this is how you bulk generate QR codes in Google Sheets very easily. Hope you find this very useful. If you like this video, please like and share the video, and please do subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. See you soon.